sometimes shortcuts can be good things, but sometimes they even end up taking longer than it would if we did it the right way the first time. Hey there, welcome to my epic journey. This is Brandon DeVere. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and sharing your time with me. I do appreciate that. Here we are on the journey from 600 to 0 back to 600 plus and everything that lands in between. Today, we're going to talk about shortcuts here in a minute, but first, I want to acknowledge I got the phone call that I was not looking for. However, it was also the one that I was looking for in a way. Unfortunately, my friend of 43 years, we've known each other since we were kids, and our parents went to school together. Our grandfathers were roommates. And unfortunately, I got the call that he did pass away last night. It's a weird place to be because it's both, the call is both devastation and relief at the same time. And you know, he was not in a great spot and hadn't been for quite some time. And, you know, he's, dealing with all kinds of cancer, the third time around. Been through hell actually, and so I'm happy to hear that he's no longer in pain. For those who are might be tuning in for the first time, and wondering what this has to do with anything, these are the things that I'm sharing because these are the personal parts of our lives that play a part in our recruiting day. Like today, I'm not doing much. I'm not, I reached out to a couple people just to let them know what was going on. I'm not doing much in the way of recruiting. I went for a walk, went and got a haircut, and did all that stuff. But it's part of it. Like it's part of the life, the things that get in the way. And when we think that things are easy, and when when we think things are tough, this also kind of puts us back into that perspective. So that's why I share things like that on here. So just so you know, if it's the first time that you are listening to it. 100%. I will miss him. I'm very grateful for him allowing me to be such a part of his life for so long, and we remain friends for that long. So I thank you for listening to me share that. But I will get into kind of what what we're also here to do is talk about moving forward, and that's something that he would want for me to do as well. So we will talk a little bit about that. Didn't want to just come on here and just drop that. But today I was kind of thinking, I was thinking about shortcuts and things like that, because I have one of our agents that has been reaching out, and they're discovering all of these new strategies and things as far as recruiting and agent attraction and all this stuff. And obviously they've been popping up a lot over the last 6 years. I've seen a ton of them. Maybe they were out before, and I just didn't realize it. But now they're definitely out. They are coming out of everywhere. And I've tried some of them, and haven't had a ton of success with them. I've spent thousands of dollars on these things too. But what made me think about it is that when I go get my haircut, my sister used to own her own salon, and she does hair and nails and things like that. And so I just ever since like kind of being around that, when I was younger, whenever I go get my haircut, I always go wash and condition my hair before I go to get my haircut. So today, thinking it was going to be a shortcut, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go in and do. I'm not going to go in and take a full on shower. I'm just going to wash my hair, and then I'm gonna go from there. So I went in and grabbed the wand off the shower head thing, right, to the little sprayer massager thing, and so my head is in the shower. I'm spraying it, washing my hair, rinse and all that stuff. But I'm sitting there like about halfway through. I'm like, all the way like bent over down into the shower, and it just feels awkward. It's not comfortable, and it's taking me forever to do this. And I thought, why, if I would have just jumped in the shower and just showered, I would have been done and out already. I'd be out the door by now. But thinking that was going to be, hey, I'm not washing all of my body, don't need to dry all my body, all that stuff. I'm just going to go do my hair, all that stuff, and go. It's it's funny, like that. I thought it was a shortcut. It wasn't. It took longer than it would have if I'd have just done the shower. And so that made me think of these recruiting things that I get pitched often, and I hear about them a lot. And it is, one of them is where, they'll make calls for you and set appointments for you. What I have found for that, for anybody that's looking to do that, I would recommend making those calls yourself. If you are going to be recruiting in that fashion, because the appointment setters are great, but think about the other person on the other end. Think about yourself. If you're going to get a call from someone that says, "Hey, I'm calling on behalf of my boss or whatever. I'm calling on behalf of someone. They like your resume. They like what you've done. They think you'd be a good fit for us." Like, imagine receiving that call and thinking, well, they don't have the time to call me. If they think that I'm that special, that important, they don't have the time to call me. So that's one thing that I would consider when you start looking at some of these recruiting platforms where people are trying to help recruit, like selling products. I paid for something like that, and those are the responses I got. It was like, hey, if you thought it was, if they thought I was so important, then why don't they call me? So those are the kind of shortcuts that end up taking longer because you take your focus off. I would say you would have a way better time calling yourself. I wouldn't. So I'm not saying don't spend money on attraction efforts, but I would be smart about the way you do it. If it's a course to teach you how to do something and you're willing to learn and implement those things, 100%. I would go through the ones that would make the most sense, and I would try those ones out. But if it's somebody just calling on behalf of you, it works in some industries, and even in some parts of our industry, having someone call on your behalf. I mean, we have ISAs that do that all the time. But you're also looking to convert a lead, as opposed to ask somebody that may not even be interested in leaving, if they want to basically change their whole brokerage and their whole whatever they're doing already, right? Because you're telling them they're with the wrong company, and then they need to come over to the right company. And if they get that call from a third party, then it's difficult to say. I mean, it'd be like if like you're in the 7th grade, right, and you have your friend go ask somebody out for you. Like it's kind of that kind of deal. So basically the point is that there are things, it does take work. There are some shortcuts work as well, but also be selective on the shortcuts that you're going to take. Like me today, I wasted more time trying to wash just my head and my hair than if I would have done the entire thing. So that's what I wanted to share with that. Also, already I announced yesterday that we were open up in Arizona. Already have an agent and a couple more joining in Arizona as we speak, and just going like crazy. Very excited for that. And once again, just wanted to jump on here and share that stuff, and shortcuts and things like that. And then also for mention about my friend and who I miss already, and love him very much. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great one.